Alright, I have been messing around with Firefly for hours and I'm ready to cut a video, so welcome to week 8. We are going to do 3 things. Have some fun with our Lobo logo and turn it into some kind of Pixar style effect. We are going to take a smiley, a emoji smiley, and generate a sphere, and then set a foreground and background with a little gray and white in Adobe Express, and then end up with something looking like your smiley. So Firefly is really great at textures, at photorealistic textures. So right, like this shiny metallic texture is pretty cool. And you can do the same thing with text effects, right? So you can generate an image of some cotton candy, generate some black and white text, and then end up with cotton candy on the type. So I'd recommend following a YouTuber and just following their lead, but you can go for putting any kind of texture on any shape. So alright, so let's get the files downloaded and ready. I got my Lobo Seawolf mascot here. I got an emoji smiley from Emojipedia. And you don't need a download for the last one. All right, so I started. I guess first we should make sure we got access. So log in, get Adobe, click through to this, and then you can see Firefly and Express are the first two at the top center. So don't need to download anything. You could click to open up Firefly, and then get ready to hit generate, and it's all ready to go for you. Start generating images. Alright, so I got my Sonoma State Seawolf. I think I actually removed the background. So let me make a new, go to the Adobe Express homepage, then drag in Lobo to match the original size, and then get rid of this, actually I needed that. But I can do Command 0 to fit Lobo, get rid of Learn here, Command 0 again. And now I can just click on it and it puts me right in Remove Background. Does its AI magic. And then I can download a PNG or a JPEG of Untitled 2. Keep both. Right, I should be responsible and come here and call this like Lobo AI or something. So I already have that. Thanks. Lobo AI. Man. Okay, I'm not going to worry about it. All right, so I got Untitled 2, and I want to bring it into Firefly by focusing on this composition. All right, so here's where you can like set a reference image with this composition, and I'm going to change the aspect ratio to portrait 3:4. I'm going to make sure my strength is dialed up all the way, otherwise Lobo becomes like a rabbit or a different looking kind of beast. And I think that's all I did, right? I came in here and I said blue Pixar style on white studio background and generate. And you can try messing with the Command minus to zoom out. You could try messing with some of these other effects. They're kind of really cool terms, like art history terminology. So I don't know why it didn't do it on a white studio background. Maybe because I forgot to, well, it looks like I selected art and not photo, but I forgot to go. So these are kind of cool, actually. You know, I don't know. You know, it just depends what works for your needs. But I think I actually went to Firefly Image 3 model under that model tab, and then generate. So I messed around a bunch, and it seemed like Firefly Image 3 did a better job of going for that Pixar digital art kind of look, right? So here we go. So I don't know, a little smaller mouth maybe one like this, a little furry. You could try, looks like he's in a blanket or a knitted sweater, right? But I don't know what look you're going for. So maybe that wasn't the one. Maybe this one. So get one you like and download it. And if you want to try removing the background and erasing the body, you can end up with the thumbnail that I had, right? So I came in, uploaded the content. Sorry, I got Lobo, and then I don't want learn. I do want this image one. I removed the background, and I Command plus zoomed in a bunch and erased Command Z and circle brush, and was kind of fast, but the more you zoom in and the smaller your brush is and the more time you take, the kind of better edge you're going to get there in between the neck and the head. Alright, so hit done to accept, and then Command 0, and then maybe just crop it down. Alright, so there's a Lobo head. Let's keep going with AI though. Let's see, let's do the smiley example. So the smiley example started with the prompt shiny metal ball with reflective surface with dramatic light. Alright, so come back into Firefly, close out of here, get rid of this composition reference, and then double click, triple click to select all, Command V, edit, paste, and generate. You should get some kind of shiny metallic effect. This is fine. So we want to set this one as our style reference, so it goes into not the composition tab, but this tab, but for some reason it's not working. So I'm going to hit download, drag it to my desktop, and then drag it in. Looks like I forgot to switch from square, from 3 to 4 to square, so let's do that one more time, right? So unlike ChatGPT, you can specify the aspect ratio, and I want a square, so I'm going to generate a square this time. Get rid of that last one. Alright, so this one looks good. So I'm going to download it and set it as my style. I think the strength was low, so you get this little slider with low, medium, and high. And then you got to download your emoji and then put it on a white and gray foreground and background. So I made a new square document, and I added the emoji, and I centered it with a smart guides. Then I option dragged a corner out to make it, I don't know, about as big as about like that. And then you could either just take a gray photo, go to media and get a gray photo, or you can go to elements and get a rectangle shape view wall and rectangle solid color. And then actually make sure it goes a little off screen. And then alright, so something like this, I guess, about where the eyes are, middle of the face. And then double click on your rectangle, click on your fill, twirl down to more colors, and I just chose this gray. And our stacking order is wrong. I kind of like this Adobe Express stacking order, but once you get too many layers, it can be a little cumbersome, hard to use. So get something like that for your emoji with a set foreground and background. And the YouTuber said this just kind of tells Firefly kind of where to draw the floor and where to have space in the background. Keep both. Alright, and so now I can bring in my composition reference, strength high. I think they added the word shiny emoji. And then I'm just going to hit enter, see what happens. I think the YouTuber changed the lighting terminology or text. But this is fine, right? This one's cool. Somehow we get a tongue, even though there's no tongue. But I like it. All right, so you can see where the gray was. You can kind of see the bottom trails off into there, kind of around where the gray was. So pretty cool. And then I just opened it. Actually, it looks like I'm doing an extra step, but I kind of like downloading it just so it gives me that sense of permanency on my desktop, right? It looks like we could go straight to Adobe Express, though, if I click on the right tab. Or, all right, create, design, add text. So these go into Adobe Express. But we could just do it manually, too. So Adobe Express homepage plus purple button and square. And drag it in. Right, and then I just remove the background on it, so you don't have to though, right? But anyways, if you want to put it on some other document or a gray radial background. Okay, so last one, let's do cotton candy and text. So we need to generate the cotton candy, get some text, and then hopefully be happy. Actually, this one was a little dark, right? So I did adjust it with some brightness and the shadows up too. All right, moving on, like I said. So the prompt for the pink candy floss, I don't know if that's a British term, English term, but I'm going to close out and get rid of my reference, my style, composition reference, style reference. Still working with a square, which is good. I haven't been messing with this visual intensity. You can check out and see kind of, how much detail you want. So you can try messing with that slider. Okay, so let's get the candy floss. I've never called it floss before, but all right, so download it. Actually, you could try going straight to, I'm still on model 3. You could try going to use as style reference, but no dice. So, all right, so pink candy. There we go. Strength low. Model image. Firefly image 3. And then we need to get some type. So I started a new square document in Adobe Express. Square. And let's see, I want text here on the bottom left. Add your text. And I want, I think I did you want kind of big blocky font, right? So, so I did bold block. And so sometimes when you write, what you want your text to look like, you get these recommendations. And so, I don't know, standout headings. And I just searched for something kind of like ominous semi-bold. Something, I don't know, that looks like cotton candy would look good inside. So this wouldn't really work with these serifs, and I don't know if this script would work because it's a little too detailed with the L. So something simple, and once you get something you like, come on, everything to it. So let's see, select all. This one, good. And then I'm done selecting, so I'm out of recommended fonts. I'm going to change the font family to block, I think. Black to get that boldest look. The font family, like italic, bold, light. And I'm going to blow it up. This worked better if the font took up as much space on screen as possible. So Command Z, opened up photos for a second there. And All right, so we got justification center. The dot dot dots are kind of useful because you can change the line spacing or leading, as Photoshop calls it. And then once you kind of have your font size dialed in, let's see, I'm going to reposition it, try to get it centered, and then make it a little smaller with an option from the corner so it all fits on screen. And then, I did that all too because I told you I'm a little burnt out here. So, all right, so I wanted fall, enter 2025. That still looks good. I don't need to resize it again. All right, fall 2025, and download it. PNG is fine. Untitled 2, I'm going to get that error message. Keep both. All right, and now I can go and do the YouTuber on a, let's see what the YouTuber said. Isolated on a studio background. Isolated on a studio background. Okay, so... Alright, so I'm going to... I got my style reference, the composition reference is my text I just created, and then I am gonna hit generate. So when the font was too small, you got some other details. Yeah, so this happened, right? So I guess I do have to come back and hold Option and really blow it up again, and then click off and download it one more time. Untitled 2, so keep both, sure. Now, last but not least, let's try one more time. Pass this reference in. Make sure it's cleared from the last one. Generate. And then, oh, there we go. We got one that worked. Actually, two that worked. So I kind of like this one a little brighter. But fist pump, fist bump, high five your neighbor. I downloaded this, and then I uploaded it to a new 1x1, and I removed the background. So pretty cool how you can kind of generate these textures, use these simple designs, and then apply the texture to that design, whether it's an emoji or text here with Adobe Express. And just to confirm, right, you can change the background to this checkerboard, and then you got your text isolated on your transparent background. So have fun with it. Anything's fine. Do one of the three, two of the three. Something completely different. Check out what the YouTubers recommend, and I look forward to your Firefly creations.